Hi everybody, it's me, Crafty Witch. This is probably about my fifth take trying to do this video. If it doesn't work, then we're just gonna forget it. But I wanted to do a book review on this particular book. Sorry for the glare. It's called Overshadows, an investigation into a terrifying modern Canadian haunting. It's written by Richard Palmisano, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. This book was published in 2003, and it's based on a 1996 haunting, and it's a 6-year investigation into, sorry for the glare, into the property. And I really, really appreciate this book. I am definitely keeping this book in my collection. It's going to go into my little ghosty paranormal section that I have. I'll just read the back of the book to you, and then I'll talk a little bit about it. So, in 1995, a young girl living with an abusive mother commits suicide. Shortly afterwards, her spirit returns to the house, only to find her mother gone and strangers moving in. She also finds the older spirits who dwell there, beginning a powerful battle for control of the house, trapping its new residents in the middle. Overshadows chronicles the events of this terrifying multiple haunting, but more importantly, it shares the incredible discoveries made during the course of the 6-year investigation. This book will challenge and disprove classic theories and create upheaval in the circle of life after death research. So that just kind of gives you a bit of an overview of the book. So it does cover like multiple hauntings. What I really appreciate about the author is he is now a retired police officer. So I mean, he's coming from law enforcement and coming from that field, and I'm related to a lot of police officers myself. So what I appreciate about that history that he has is the skills and the wisdom and the knowledge that he brings with him to this investigation from a law enforcement background. So you're trained already to do investigations objectively. You're trained to do research objectively. You're trained to think in a way that is really faceted, so that you can look at one particular situation, whether it's a crime, let's say, as a cop, you would look at it from all different angles, and that would kind of take you on your investigation process, right? Versus, say, somebody who, I don't know, maybe they're a psychic or a medium or whatever, and they're only kind of coming to this investigation from just that one kind of limited mindset. And you bring your own biases. We all will bring our own biases to any kind of process like this. But I just really appreciated because, police officers, you're supposed to be objective. You're trained to do research. You're trained to do investigations. And you're trained on how to do things like that thoroughly. And so I really appreciated that. And I think that the skills that he was able to use in his own law enforcement background were very much easily transferable to doing investigations of a paranormal nature. So in my mind, that is like awesome, right? Because he's not going to be like just an automatic believer. I'm thinking he'll be more skeptical, and he'll be like, okay, let's look at this from a rational point of view. Let's look at, were those, you probably hear that scratching. Let's say somebody is sitting in their living room and their hair starts to move. Well, is it because there's a ceiling fan on? Is the window open? Like, they're going to be looking at ways to debunk it without automatically going, that was a spirit that moved her hair, or, that kind of thing. So that I appreciated very much about this book. What I also appreciated was the fact that, the investigation itself began in 1996, And at that time, there wasn't the kind of like digital, high tech, glitzy, glamorous kind of tools that people now have available to them to use with regards to doing like paranormal investigations. So back then, he had like a Polaroid camera, he had a pendulum, he had like audio cassette recorders and like camcorders kind of thing, right? He didn't have like laser grids and like, spirit boxes and, the kind of stuff that people like from, I don't know, like Ghost Hunters or Taps or Mindseed TV, like these more modern day ghost hunters. He didn't have all that kind of equipment. Like to me, this guy was more of a pioneer in the field, and he really shows like what they had to work with at the time, which was really limiting. But they were still able to do investigations and still get information, and was still able to verify certain things and that kind of thing. So I really appreciated that, just that historical contribution to the paranormal investigational field. I think this is really cool, what he was able to bring to the table, his own experience with regards to this investigation. I know he's also written some other books. I have not read them. I would love to, though. And so, yeah, that's my blurb on Overshadows, an investigation into a terrifying modern Canadian haunting, written by Richard Palmisano. I think if this is something, a field that you're interested in, like paranormal research, that kind of thing, definitely read his book. I would love to read his other books. Do I find the book terrifying and scary to read? No, absolutely not. But I do find it interesting. Um, Folks might find it dry at some points, but really, I thought it was interesting, and I want to keep like finding out more as the story unfolds and the history of the property unfolds. It becomes more and more like it kind of pulls you in, and like it goes further back than just 1995 when that young girl tragically had her life, well, she ended her life accidentally. And yeah, it's a good read, I think. I like it. I'm keeping it in my book, so my bookshelf. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Go check it out if that is, sorry for the glare, if that is something that you're into. So that's it for now. Ciao.